What's up, Taiwan? I'm Leslie Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Manufacturing giant Foxconn says it saw record earnings in the last few months. The company reported $1.3 billion in after-tax profit between July and September, the highest ever for the period. That's up 30% compared to the previous quarter and up 10% from the year before. The results were largely driven by better than expected demand in consumer electronics. The earnings report was in line with analyst expectations. National Taiwan University is launching a new international semiconductor program. The university's president, Chen Wenzang, says the program will start next year and will recruit 50 to 60 foreign students. The plan aims to cultivate international semiconductor talent amid the growing geopolitical importance of chips. A survey has found that 90% of Taiwanese have seen parents excessively scolding or hitting their children in public. The survey was conducted by the Child Welfare Alliance Foundation and showed that people most often see abusive behavior happening in department stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores. Taiwan's health ministry says nearly 12,000 child protection cases were reported last year, an average of over 30 cases every day. The foundation is calling for more places in Taiwan to be no-hit zones, spaces where hitting a child is off limits. As Taiwan comes out of the COVID pandemic, aid programs for low-income families are getting cut. Some of Taiwan's top chefs have now come together to help those in need. Check out what's cooking. These homemade dishes are the creations of some of Taiwan's best culinary artists. These elite chefs are used to catering to high-end clients, but now they've partnered with a local charity to serve families in need. In keeping with the theme of family, each chef teamed up with members of their own family and made videos to teach others how to create home-cooked meals.
那我这次做的是，我带我4兄弟一起来做这次的菜。
那没想到呢，透过这一次的这个做这个课程呢，可以真的跟孩子一起做菜，然后知道他刀工到底有没有进步。
The chefs took inspiration from memories of sharing meals with their family.
我每次想家的时候，就会想到这锅阿嬷自己煮的肉吧，所以我今天我也觉得可以跟大家去分享这件事情，跟阿嬷一起在做这件事，做这一锅肉吧的时候是非常感动的。
从我阿公开始帮助别人的第一道菜就是这个咸粥，对，所以我们家一直都会出现咸粥，然后看到咸粥就知道说又有要帮助的人。
On offer are recipes like dishes for barbecued pork, braised eggplant, and even baked goods. The videos teaching people how to make these dishes will be sold online. The proceeds will then be donated to charity. News personality Vivian Jiang came up with the idea. She brought these chefs together for a good cause.
其实，在疫情过后，整个急难家庭的补助就顿时锐减，所以我就一直希望能够透过我们的力量不只是自己吃饱，也要让别人吃饱。
The chefs taking part hail from different parts of Taiwan, each with a distinct cooking style. Though their specialties may differ, they've come together to help families in need. Hopefully, the stories they have to tell about their own families can bring a bit of solace to those less fortunate. Workers at Taiwan's government-run zoos are set to get their first pay raise in 3 decades. Eric Gao has details.
Being a zookeeper isn't easy. They have to prepare the animals' meals, clean their enclosures, and give them medicine when they're sick. All that for very little pay. They make a little over $900 a month, and that includes hazard pay.
好像有点太少了，可能大概4万5到5万可能会比较好一点。
现在物价都上涨了，所以3万5基本上都以台北更不行。
Zookeepers here in Taiwan haven't had a pay raise in about 30 years, but that's going to change soon. Starting next year, their hazard pay will go from up to $80 a month to $150.
蛮开心的，因为我们平常除了要照顾他们的生活起居之外，还要一些展场的维护啊，或者是一些突发状况，比如说动物的迁移，还是说要搬到某个地方，需要很多的劳力、跟体力、跟精神。
Even with that pay bump, zookeepers will still have a heavy workload. In an ideal situation, they should each be caring for about a dozen animals. But in Kaohsiung's Sosan Zoo, they're responsible for about 20. It may take more than this small pay raise to address the staff shortage and get more people into the field. Joseph Wu and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Alpacas are hugely popular in Taiwan, even though this relative of the llama is native to the other side of the world. Sally Jensen takes a look at whether it's simply a case of cuteness.
Rolling around in the dirt, these woolly creatures are drying themselves out in the tropical humidity. Native to the dry South American Andes on the other side of the world, alpacas are becoming a common sight in Taiwan, but purely for amusement.
他们应该要是在高海拔的地方。那他们来台湾的话，夏天其实会太热，那我们就会帮它剃毛。然后有一些比较温驯的个体，它的毛会剃得非常的漂亮。
It's unknown exactly how many alpacas there are in Taiwan now, but they can be spotted across the country at cafes and petting zoos. These resilient creatures are adapted to life at high altitudes, but they're also happy grazing in Taiwan's tropical climate. Perhaps surprisingly, they've taken Taiwan by storm, and not just because they're cute. In Mandarin, these camelids are colloquially known as Tao Ni Ma, or grass mud horse, which sounds phonetically similar to an obscenity we can't say on public television. It's a term that's been censored in China after it was used in a subversive song criticizing the Communist Party. It was also popularized by the dissident artist and activist Ai Weiwei.
Everybody knows that an alpaca meme actually refers to the protesting attitude toward the state's censorship nowadays.
In Taiwan, the alpaca's popularity is in part due to this cheeky double meaning that got it banned by its authoritarian neighbor.
之前好像有影片，就是在中国啊，或者是在台湾有一些影片，就是因为他们会在地上滚，他们就叫它草泥马。然后其实这个词在台湾算是一个脏话，然后大家就他叫这个名字，好有趣哦，然后就想来看他们。
It was this satirical humor that raised eyebrows when an alpaca appeared alongside prominent Taiwanese politicians. But linguistically speaking, China and Taiwan curse differently, and Taiwan's more liberal society means the grass mud horse meme may not have the same subversive impact on this side of the strait.
Taiwanese people do not experience the same kind of a strict censorship as the Chinese netizens experienced. So I guess the political meaning of an alpaca is not really relevant to Taiwanese people's everyday life.
No, Nami.
For Taiwan's alpaca enthusiasts, the main reason for coming to see them is nature education and fun.
我们就是全家一起来玩。
因为它们长得很可爱，很像棉花。
如果来这边的话，它就是可以，就是很轻松可以接触到这些动物。对，所以让他们小时候可以就是跟大自然做接触。
The grass mud horse meme is already much older than many of these visitors and the alpacas. But with their popularity in Taiwan showing no signs of diminishing, the dirty words cheeky playfulness may be here to stay. John Su and Sally Jensen in Hsinchu County for TaiwanPlus.
A rescued Formosan black bear has been released back into the wild after recovering from having a paw amputated. Formosan black bears are Taiwan's only endemic bear species and are endangered. Only between 200 to 600 are estimated to be living in the wild. Forestry officials are working to protect the animals and have asked communities to remove hunting traps. They attached tracking tags to the bear before freeing it. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of a rare albino puma cub in Nicaragua Zoo. I'm Liao. Take care, and I will see you next time.